The American here, Steve Lamson, the 125 national champion. Stefan Everts, number 12 for Belgium, the new 250 world champion. Ryan Hughes, runner-up in the 125 series behind Lamson. He rides for America on the 500s. Well, Jackie Martin's here, Werner DeWitt and Johan Boonen come to watch their Belgium team in action. Last year's hero, Paul Malin, number 3 on the 125. Can he do it again for Great Britain for 1995? Well, as the riders come down onto the line, there's number 10, the new reigning open class champion, Smets, riding for Belgium in the yellow shirts. Gates about to drop. These are 500s and 125s mixed together. And into the lead goes number 13, and that's Dietmar Lacker for Germany. We'll be looking for the first 125, the first 500, and it's Smets that leads the 500s. Someone's gone down. Sebastian Tortelli in the middle there. He's riding for France on the 125s. And at the moment it's Smets with the American number 4, Hughes, in third spot. He's on the 500s. We're looking for the 125s. There goes Paul Cooper riding a 500 for Great Britain. There's Tortelli. He rides the 125s for France, but it's Smets in the lead for the 500s with number 13, Dietmar Lacker for Germany, and then the American. Looking back for the first of the 125s. Well, it looks like it's Carlson, number 21, the Swede. It's got Paul Malin behind him. And then Sebastian Tortelli, number 9. He's in third place as far as the 125s are concerned. But it's the new reigning world open class champion in the lead. Smets then for Belgium leads the 500s. Hughes has now moved up into second place. And bear in mind, Hughes on a 500, he's a 125 national rider. Going great guns for the Americans at the moment. It's Belgium that leads with Smets, then Hughes, then number 13, that's Dietmar Lacker for Germany. Those are the top 3 in the 500s at the moment. And Tortelli up now behind Paul Malin. Lamson, number 6, the American, mixed amongst that group. So at the moment, the Belgians leading the 500 category. America second, Germany third. In the 125s, it's still Carlson, 21 for Sweden. Paul Malin, second for Great Britain. Then it's Tortelli for France going through. We'll pick up some of the others. It's still in the lead then. Smets, Ryan Hughes for America, second. The first two 500s going through. 16, that's Van Doorn, riding for the Netherlands. There's some battles on here. And look at Tortelli. He's passed Paul Malin. He's now going after Carlson. Steve Lamson in front of Malin as well. So it's not a good race for Malin this year. Paul Cooper, number 1, just going through for Great Britain on the 500. Michael Maschio, number 7, went down the hill just before that. Another rider not familiar with the bigger bikes. 3 going through, there's Malin up the hill. But it's Smets for Belgium in that distinctive yellow shirt that leads at the moment from the American Hughes. Can the Americans win back the trophy for this year? Then Lacker beginning to sort themselves out just a little bit. Positions are so important. There's Tortelli. Has number 7, Maschio, the 500 French rider behind him. For France at the moment, not looking too bad at all. Cooper going through, number 1. But Belgium have been hovering for several years to take this championship title. Could this be Belgium's year? 46, Darrell King, the New Zealander, riding in this race with his teammate Josh Coppins. He's on the 125. Well, they're beginning to sort themselves out. There's Tortelli going through once again with Maschio, his fellow teammate behind him. Stefan Everts, the 250 world champion, riding for Belgium. So we've got a Belgium leading at the moment, and Everts is in a really small good position. Then it's America, then Germany, those are the top 3 500s, and then New Zealand. 16, Van Dorn for the Netherlands. There's Tortelli for France. Still being chased by Machio. Two Frenchmen, neck and neck. Everts beginning to make up ground for Belgium. Paul Malin hanging on desperately behind Everts at the moment. Joel Smets comes down the hill. If he stays in this position, it will be 1 point from the 500 category for Belgium, and we'll have to wait and see where Everts finishes in the 125 category. 16, Van Dorn for the Netherlands. 25, the Austrian Ziggy Bauer with Tortelli and Machio, the two Frenchmen behind him. Lamson has gone through on a 125. There is Everts. He's third at the moment in the 125 group for Belgium. So it's looking good for the United States of America, but it's also looking pretty close for Belgium. Top 500s going through. Once again, it is on that. Hussenberg, Joel Smets leading for Belgium. Hughes for America. Then Lacker for Germany. Then Darrell King, number 46, for New Zealand. Then 19 comes into the fray. That's Johansson for Sweden. There's Tortelli. Still guarded with Machio. There's Lamson going through. And Everts is with him. Stefan Everts for Belgium, right with the American. Everts has gone through to second then in the 125 class. The American Lamson dropped down to third. So it really is beginning to hot up. Joel Smets, totally unaware of the battle that's going on behind him. Hughes unable to catch the Belgium new open class world champion. Smets, absolutely comfortable at the moment. There's Hughes on the Kawasaki. Lacker still there, still staying in touch, and so is King. Top 4 500s going through. Then 19, Johansson. Here's Tortelli. 16 years of age. Absolute sensation in the 125 World Champions in 1995. There's Everts, the new 250 World Champion. There's Lamson, the American Outdoor National Champion. Paul Cooper, unusually seen on a 500, but Cooper doing a sterling job. There's Paul Malin behind him. So Joel Smets at the moment heads up the hill to the cheers of the local crowd, with the American Ryan Hughes chasing hard. Dietmar Lacker, the German, having a great ride here. Darrell King unable to catch those three in front. Neither Johansson riding the 500 for Sweden. Tortelli, the first of the 125 men, and still Machio behind him. The two teammates, I think Machio must be riding shotgun at the moment. Lamson. Then number 18, that's Van Ries on the 125. He's riding for the Netherlands, but it's Belgium at the moment, the head of the pack with Joel Smets. Ryan Hughes still second for America. Lacker still shadowing Hughes. Can Germany pinch a place back off the Americans? Johansson going through on the Husqvarna for Sweden. Tortelli, the first of the 125s for France. Then Machio, number 7 on a 500. Then Van Dorn and Everts on the 125 for Belgium. Lamson, America, 125, followed by number 18, Van Ries. Joel Smets on target just for the 1 point. Ryan Hughes at the moment still under pressure from Dietmar Lacker, and King, the New Zealander, beginning to close on those two. Tortelli, an absolute storming ride here from the young Frenchman. Still shadowed by his teammate, but it looks like Belgium are going to take the first race. the 500 category of the first race at the moment. Dietmar Lacker, number 13, showing the Americans that the Europeans can stay with them. Tortelli, to the delight of the crowd, leading that 125 group. Still shadowed by his teammate Mascio. Then it's Stefan Everts on the Kawasaki. The American Lamson should be right behind him. There he is. 18 Van Ries goes through. But the new World Open class champion here, Smets, showing everybody a clean set of heels. Ryan Hughes, the American, and King has moved up to third. New Zealand goes to third in the 500s. Where has Lacker gone? We've lost Dietmar Lacker. He's been off the bike somewhere. Look at Smets, absolutely on the gas down there. Picks his way into those ruts. Hughes goes through and King is closing on Hughes. Well, this will be a surprise. Johansson still back behind that. There's Lacker. And Tortelli beginning to close on the big 500s. Some great racing going on here. Everts going through. There's Lamson, the American, out third. Hughes it is. Has the New Zealander King behind him. But this is the man that leads at the moment. Smets comes through past the finish area yet again, but the battle is certainly on behind him. Daryl King has now got Johansson crawling all over him. So he really is going neck and neck. Somebody will fall on the hill. The yellow flag's out. Isn't this man? Smets comfortably out there in the lead for Belgium. Green flag, clean track in front of him. Hughes still there second. But can the Kiwi, Daryl King, get past the American? This really will be a shock for the Americans. They lost the championship last year. They lost the title to the British. And they weren't happy about that. They've sent what they consider to be their strongest squad here this year. There's Lamson then, the outdoor AMA national champion, 125. But he's trailing the Frenchman Tortelli and the Belgian Everts at the moment. And number 18, Van Ries, all over the American. Cooper going through, number 1. Then Paul Malin, the hero of last year's Des Nations. And the Italians not having a good day out here at the moment. Chiodi gone through earlier on. The American once again. Look at Daryl King. He's been on that 500 all season, so he's no stranger to the big bike. Whereas Hughes is a national 125 rider, having to adjust to the different capacity and power of the machine. Maybe not the right thing for the Americans to do, but after all, they don't really have any major 500 riders in the States anymore. It's all 125 and 250 over there. But the New Zealander climbing all over the American. The battles are on all around the circuit. Smets coming through. He is so comfortable at the moment, not having to push at all. And look at King. Oh, King going for a roll-off. Desperately grabbing at the side of his goggles to pull some clear roll-off through. Giving Hughes just that chance to get away. Tortelli going through. First of the 125s. Dietmar Lacker dropped back off the pace now. There's Stefan Everts, second of the 125s. He's got the Frenchman in front of him, Mascio. Lamson, third of the 125s. The American with Van Ries climbing all over him. The Americans must be wondering what's going on here at the moment. They dominate normally so often here at the Des Nations, but not this year. The New Zealander King still harassing the back of the Americans' Kawasaki. Can he get past him before the checkered flag? Tortelli closing on the 500s, past Dietmar Lacker. The battle is on here. Mascio with Everts, the Belgian, behind the Frenchman. It really is all about team riding at times. Lamson with Van Ries, the Belgian, there with him. If Van Ries gets past Lamson, that will be a surprise for everyone. Would not have expected it, but a credit to Van Ries if he can do it. Smets out in front, clearly away. He'll just ride his pace to the checkered flag. Hughes just about managing to hold off Daryl King's attack, and Johansson 19 for Sweden, not that far behind them. Tortelli way out in front now. Everts having to settle, I think, for second spot in the 125s. He's not going to catch the French youngster. Lamson with Van Ries climbing all over him. This is where the battles are at the moment. Paul Cooper riding the 500 for Great Britain, and he's had a wonderful ride. Come from way down the field to get where he is. Everybody sort of underrated Cooper on the 500, but they've been surprised. He's done a marvellous job so far for Great Britain. Smets going through then for Belgium. Hughes is still there for America. Well, no one can tell Daryl King to lie down and die. He's going to have to go even quicker because he's got Johansson behind him. Tortelli on the little 125. Next to the 125's through, and there is Everts, and he's closing on Tortelli. But Mascio is there behind Tortelli, acting as a rear guard, I think. Lamson going through. Where's Van Ries? And there he is. And Cooper, well, he's picking his way through the pack, slowly but surely. Paul Cooper. Smets it is, up the big hill. 1 lap to go. Hughes still hangs on to second spot. Daryl King hangs on to third, and Vinnie Johansson hangs on to fourth for Sweden. Tortelli, 125. Pete Morlaka, still Mascio, guarding Tortelli's door against Everts. Lamson goes through. Van Ries beginning to drop off the pace from Lamson now. Whether he's got a problem, Cooper on the 500 Honda, and not the bike he was originally going to ride. The machine that Cooper originally was going to ride was stolen. So it is Belgium then with Joel Smets that wins the 500. That's 1 point. Looking back for Ryan Hughes, he is second, that will be 2 points. 3 points for New Zealand. And 4 points for Sweden. 1 point for France on the 125s. And there is Sebastian Tortelli. A brilliant ride from the youngster. Teammate Michael Mascio finishing 6th. That's 7 points for France.
Favourites before the race, but putting it into practice is always more difficult. But that was an excellent race for you.
Yeah, it was an excellent race, as you said. The start was perfect for me. It's the first time I took hold shot this year, so, and it's directly in the Motocross Des Nations. So, and I knew a good start is very important because the guys who are used to ride 125 and 250, they can ride very fast in the beginning, and then they slow down maybe a little bit. But if I take a bad start and I'm a few seconds behind, it's difficult to catch up, I think. So I was pretty happy with my good start, and yeah.
But the win has suddenly put a very confident feeling amongst the Belgian camp here.
Yeah, for sure, for me and for Stefan now, I think we know that we can beat all our all the other guys. And I think Marnik watched the race, so he will feel confident as well, and I think he will be very motivated to beat him as well.
Stefan, first, second, this is the sort of start that the Americans have had in the past.
Yeah, I think we have a good first heat. It's looking good. Now we have soon the second heat. I think we can do a good result, and I think the victory.
And Lamson is certainly the best 125 rider that America has. So it was very pleasing for you to catch and pass him because you was a long way behind.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the best in the States, but I think he was a little bit too slow to race the GP guys. If you see Tortelli, he was riding up the fastest. I catch him a little bit, but then I got after Mascio and I couldn't pass him, and he broke my rhythm a little bit. But there was another second heat, so I will take revenge in that one.
American rider here, Jeff Emig, riding the 250, just limbering up. Demarier takes a drink of water. Stefan Everts riding the 125 for Belgium, had a second in the first heat. In the 125 category, that is. There with Monique Bevorts riding the 250s. Paul Malin, the British rider in the 125s, and Malin finishing 5th in the 125 category from race 1. Certainly isn't the result that he had from the year before. Down onto the line then for the second heat. These are the 250s and the 125s together. Bevorts there, number 11. Kurt Nicoll, number 2. Tortelli, number 9. Tortelli winning the first 125 shootout. Who's it going to be this time? Up the long drag up the hill. It looks like Bartolini. Got a good start. And it's the American Emig then, from Demarier, from Byra and Nicoll and Bevorts. They'll start to sort themselves out. There's the first of the 125s, Tortelli. Great start from the young Frenchman. But it's Emig. And Demarier shoves Byra out the way, number 14. Nicoll now with Bevorts. Number 12, Stefan Everts. And Everts is leading the 125 group at the moment. Tortelli behind him. The bigger capacity bikes outstretching the small 125s up the hill, as happened in the previous heat with the 500s. But here, Jeff Emig has the Frenchman Demarier, number 8 on the inside of him. Then the German Byra, then the Brit Kurt Nicoll, then the Belgian rider Monique Bevorts, finished second in the World 250 standards this year. They start to sort themselves out at the bottom of the hills. It really is a battle now. This second race is the all-important one. Belgium it is at the moment that lead with just the 3 points. The Americans have got 5, the French have got 7. There's Tortelli. Now we've got a right tussle here. The Frenchman Demarier going after the American, both on 250s. Byra also amongst that group. There's the board, so it's 250s at the moment at the front, which can only be expected. There's Everts, and there's Tortelli. So Everts for Belgium leads the 125 class. And the American refusing to move over for the Frenchman. France in a position here, maybe, to close up the gap in this second leg. 125s and 250s mixed together. Lamson, number 6. He had a third in the first heat, scoring 3 points. His teammate on the 500 only scoring 2. There's Malin, number 3. It's a disaster at the moment for Malin. Carlson, 21, just going through. 125. But the action is up the front. France versus America. Can Demarier find a way past Jeff Emig? Nicoll in touch on that HRC Honda. He finished 4th in the world standings in the 250 class for this year. Tortelli still on the gas. There's Lamson behind him. Bartolini went through behind that group. So Italy not out of this so far. But the battle very much on between Belgium, the USA and France. Those are the 3 lowest scorers so far from Heat 1. And look at Demarier. And Bevorts beginning to close on Nicoll. It really is starting to get very, very tight. And Tortelli now, the Frenchman, behind the Belgian Stefan Everts. And Everts wanting revenge from the first race defeat by the young French star. There's Everts, number 12. There's Tortelli, number 9. Both on Kawasaki's. Lamson going through, dropping back from those 2. The pace really beginning to hot up in the 125 category. Another poor race at the moment for the Brit Paul Malin. Carlson, 21. Emig still leads, but Byra has gone up to 2nd. The Frenchman back to 3rd. Demarier now to fall into the clutches of the Brit Kurt Nicoll. I think Demare may have twisted a knee or something in the ruts. Seems to be a problem here this weekend with some of the deeper ruts and catching the riders out, but not the American at the moment. Emig from Moira, Demare from Nicoll, and then Everts for Belgium. Then it's the Belgian Stefan Everts, first of the 125 men. Then Tortelli, second of the 125 men for France. Then Lamson, third for the 125s for the Americans. It's really beginning to close up. I think we're going to see a bit of team riding, and it looks like Byra's gone into the lead. The Germans got it. Nicoll has moved up to third behind Emig, and Everts, don't count him out, number 11. And Demare dropping back for France now, obviously in trouble. But the American Emig going back after Byra, the German. It's a bit of a procession. Well, Malin doesn't look too happy. He's got a problem of some kind. Well, the crowd are going wild. So it must be Byra. They've got a German flag there. It is Byra then that leads. The American Emig second, Nicoll third, Everts fourth. It certainly isn't over yet. Demare hanging on grimly in fifth. Must be in pain. The two 125s, Belgium and France, in the shape of Everts and Tortelli still going at it neck and neck. But Germany lead the 250 category at the moment, with the Americans second, the British third, and the Belgians fourth. And Tortelli, very nearly there for Tortelli before we lost him, and he's past Everts. Tortelli for France on the limit, Lamson going through. We thought he was going to be off, but the German, Pit Vera, what a ride from him. Emig, and Everts is beginning to wake up to the job. Fourth at the moment, that's 4 points if he stays where he is for Belgium. 5 points at the moment for the French. But there's the 125 of Tortelli and then Everts. So it really is about the scrap with the 250s. That counts at the moment. Demare can get back up the pecking order. 17, cruising, Pedro track to the Dutchman. Byra still leads, but the battle is on for second, third and fourth. The American Emig, then Nicoll, and then Everts. So he could go any way between those three. Nicoll, one of the heroes of last year's British win. There is the German Byra. He has been a real pitfall all year. And we've lost Nicoll. Everts has moved up, Nicoll goes through, so Britain dropped back a place. And the 125 French youngster beginning to catch his 250 teammate, Demare. Incredible speed from these 125s. There's Lamson. America once again being a little demoted as far as the 125 category is concerned. Downhill once again, the American, still followed by the Belgium 250 rider, Everts. Kurt Nicoll there, still behind that group. The Frenchman, despite the problems that he has, hangs on. And he's got his teammate Tortelli on the 125, closing rapidly on him. Lamson, 125 American rider. It was Emig that had the responsibility in the 125 ranks last year, and the Brit Paul Whaling really gave him a run for his money and beat him in both races. The Americans finding the 125 class again hard for 1995. 250 boys going through, no real changes so far, and you can see now there that Stefan Everts beginning to drop back off the young Frenchman Tortelli. One of the youngest riders to win Grand Prix legs was the young Frenchman Tortelli for this year. A real sensation in the 125 Grand Prix. Byra leading for Germany. Looking back down the track, should be the American number 5, and it is. So Emig still chased by Everts, but look at Tortelli. Oh, sideways on for Beira. I'm sure the German would not want to make a mistake now. Nicoll trying to stay in touch with the riders in front. Tortelli still there behind his teammates. And there's Everts closing on Tortelli. Lamson, 6. Can't catch him in front. And when you consider Lamson is the outdoor national 125 champion in America, the German, Beira, had such a gutsy season. The Belgium still there, comfortable in 3rd. Where is Everts? There is Tortelli, and there is Everts. So it's 2 points in the 125 category for this outing for Belgium. It's all down to Marnie Vervoorts now to try and elevate himself forward just a little. It's the Belgians that have just the 3 points before this race. We could end up with a bit of a tiebreaker at the end of this one to go into the last race of the day, which will be the 250 500s. Beira for Germany leads. American Emig 2nd, Vervoorts 3rd, so that will be 3 points. If they stay as they are, it'll be 5 points for Belgium to go with their 3. So I suspect that Belgium may well lead into the last race for this Des Nations 1995. Here comes Beira. The German's ecstatic at the moment with this young man. He really has gone out there and shown everybody how fast he can go. Emig picking his way past the back markers. Vervoorts, the Belgium, unable to close on him. Neither can Nicoll. Demaria just keeps hanging on, the US squad manager there. Looks on, looks at his watch to see how long it is to go. Can Emig get back to the front? Can he get past Beira? The difference is 1 point. There's Nicoll, still Vervoorts behind. Well, I don't think it's going to change. Stefan Everts still behind the Frenchman Sebastian Tortelli, and we call him a man. He's still very much a teenager. Lamson on that number 6 Honda. Mitski Altonen with number 60, that's Coyote, who very nearly took the 125 World Crown this year, but was beaten by Sandro Puzar. Down the hill comes the German, Beira. Sleeves rolled up for the occasion. Emig, Vervoorts, and the Belgium so much wants to get past him. No changes in the 250s. First of the 125s, second of the 125s, as it was before. France, then Belgium with Stefan Everts. Lamson, the American, 3rd. No changes between the 125s or the 250s. As yet, the race is not over. The German Beira 14. And where is the American? The answer is there. There's the Belgian, and there's the Brit. Frenchman going through with the other Frenchman behind him, his teammate. So Demaria, Tortelli together. And there is Everts. So we're looking back behind Stefan Everts to Lamson, the American. And it certainly isn't going America's way. We've seen this Des Nations crown won and lost at this second heat. This is where it's all important to score those points, or not to score the points as the case may be. It's 1 point for a win, and look at the American. Well, showboating isn't going to get him up to the front. He's going to have to get on with the job. Green flag up, it's all clear in front, no foolers. Demaria goes through. Tortelli on the 125, still chasing. And Everts must now have resigned himself to the fact that this is going to be 2 points for Belgium in the 125 category. And Everts looks very much like he's going to pick up 3 points. So it should be 5 points to Belgium to go with their 3. So that will be 8 points then going into the last heat of the day. Ryan Hughes, the American 500 rider, is checking out the track. The American team looking on for their rider. Through goes Emig. We'll be looking back for number 6, Lamson, on that 125. And the Americans must be feeling that they're not going to win it again. 2 years in a row. They're not going to be happy. Tortelli goes through, but the quality of world-class motocross now in Europe and all over the world, certainly anyway up to the par of the speed of the Americans. There is Lamson going through. He's not going to catch the ones in front, that's for sure. They're looking on. This is the all-important race. Vira going through. The German. We're looking back for the American. He gets the pit board. He's second. Then it's Everts for Belgium. Still Nicoll behind him. Then Demarier and his teammate Tortelli. The first of the 125 boys stays there behind him. Pit boards being readied. Stefan Everts goes through for Belgium. So Belgium's at the moment 3rd and 2nd respectively to each category. 2nd and 4th for the Americans. Chiodi for Italy. And they're having a bad day, the Italians, yet again. There's Lamson, the Swede, number 21. He's having a useful ride here for Sweden. Peter Johansson scoring points, or the lack of points we should say, in the 500 category for race 1. A win then for the Germans. 2nd then for America in the 250s. 3rd for Belgium in the 250s. That's 3 points. Kurt Nicoll for Britain 4th. Then 5th then for France with Demarier. 5 points for France. 6 points altogether with the 1 for Tortelli. He won the 125 category. Stefan Everts taking 2 points to go with the 3 that Everts scored. That's 5 points in total. They've got 8 points.
Gert, 4th place. A tough race, you know, anyone of the first 4 or 5 could have won that.
It was a tricky race. I think the only way Barra would have been beaten is if he'd gone upside down, but I mean that was more than likely the way he was riding. So, but from then on, you know, I think I was actually speed for speed around the track, probably quicker than Barra. Emig. But you know, when I got up behind him, he has a funny riding style, and it's the opposite from mine, where he loses all his corner speed and then goes quick up the straights. And once I got behind him, I couldn't pass him, and then I sort of lost my rhythm a bit. My knee got between us, and from then on, I was never going to make the ground up.
But slipping away now, really, with Paul's failure to finish in that one, it's beginning to look as if though it's going to be between Belgium and USA.
Yeah, it looks that way. It'll be between Belgium and USA. You know, I mean, we gave it a shot. You can't win every year. So, you know, it wasn't going to be our day. The spark that was there last year isn't quite there this year.
But on saying that, I think everybody would be happy provided the USA don't win it.
I don't mind, really, you know. It's I don't want the USA to win. I don't want Belgium to win either, so.
True, Brett. You want Britain to win or nobody else?
Just about, yeah.
Kurt Nicoll, we look forward to the second heat, but thanks very much.
Thank you.
Motorvision Club memberships are available now and will provide you with American Supercross and outdoor national action, as well as Grand Prix races from all 3 classes. You'll receive 8 videos throughout the year, as well as Motocross the book. club members also receive discounts on all other products either produced or imported by Motorvision. Motorvision, the video magazine. Multi-air filters as used by Team HRC and Open World Champion Joel Smets. Multi-air would like to congratulate Joel on his first World Championship. Multi-air filters, quality filters for world champions. Multi-air.
That's a big crowd then. Ryan Hughes here talking to his teammate Jeff Emig. The 250s and 500s going out next. Marnik Bevorts, number 11 for Belgium. Says on his shirt they're the Belgium team. They're in with a good chance. They've got 8 points in total. The Americans got 10 points, so just the 2 points difference, with the French with 13 points and the British with 16 points going into this last race of the day. As we've said, the 250s and the 500s mixed together. Board goes up. All eyes are going to be on the Americans and the Belgians. And Smets has got stuck on the gate. Noel Smets is stuck on the gate. Well. There he is, he's got away, dead last, Joel Smets. The Belgians are not going to be happy about this. There they go over that big double, some of them jumping it, some of them not. Well, that's dangerous. Well, you can see what happens when you don't jump it. Well, controversy. The FIM steward for Belgium arguing that the gate didn't drop. They've stopped the race, they're bringing them back to do it all again. Lucky for Joel Smets there, lucky for Belgium. This could be a very controversial subject in the future, depending on the outcome of this race. Up goes the green flag again. Let's hope this time it's all clean. It is. They all appear to have gone away. The American on the inside there, Ryan Hughes. Smets in amongst that group. Oh, we've got somebody down. And Bevorts is amongst that group. Monique Bevorts, the Belgian rider, he's caught amongst that group. Having major problems getting back on their bikes. You can tell how steep. Well, I'll just stand on your Kawasaki if I may. Thank you very much, says Bevorts. But nevertheless, this could alter the whole outcome of what is going to go on. I think Smets is in second place at the moment, but he needs Bevorts to get up there with him. Definitely Smets is in second as we pick them up coming through. There's Nicoll, number 2. There's the American, Jeff Emig. But it's 19 Peter Johansson from Smets. From then 13 behind him, and that's Dietmar Lacker. There's the Americans. And the 500 rider going through, Ryan Hughes, not in a good position. But where is Marnik Bevorts? He lonely back there. 58 Pouzard just gone through, the new 125 world champion. And there is Marnik Bevorts, way down at the back. Well, it's just 2 points the difference. Smets with number 13 inside him, the German Dietmar Lacker. It's all on this last race between the Belgians and the Americans. There's Hughes, number 4. It's the Swede, Johansson, number 19 then, that leads from Smets. Then number 14, that's Byra. Then Paul Cooper, the British rider. He's got the American inside him, number 5, Emig. And it's Byra now that's taken the lead. Byra, Johansson, and then Emig. Then it's Smets. Then Nicoll. Then number 4, Hughes from America. Then Cooper going through. Well, it's all down to Bevorts as far as Belgium's concerned. If he can get himself back up somewhere near the front, Belgium are on with a chance of taking this title. But it's early days yet. Don't count your chickens, as they say. Lacker going through. He's dropped back now, obviously been off the bike. There is Everts. Head down, trying to pick off the riders in front, but it's a tall order. But it's the German number 14, Pitbera, then, that leads. It's been a tremendous day for Beira, that's for sure. Once again, Germany becoming a nation of top-class motocross riders. Smets is still there. Where's the Americans? There's Hughes. And that's Demarier and Cooper behind Hughes. Now, bear in mind, at the end of this race, they will all drop one result. And if Everts can't make his way back up, it means they'll drop his result. Now, Smets has got to finish in front of the Americans. Certainly in front of that man, number 4, Ryan Hughes. He's got to beat Hughes. If Smets stays in front of Hughes, Belgium will win the trophy this year. But as we've said, it's still a long way yet to go. Look at this, 30,000 odd people turned out here to witness some superb motocross racing. The best of the best from all over the world come together here at the Des Nations. Cooper, number 1, Britain, obviously winning last year, taking the first 3 numbers, 1, 2 and 3. Cooper taking 1. Kurt Nicoll rode the 500 last year, riding the 250 for this year. The American Emig on the 250 at the moment, leading Johansson, Smets and Nicoll and Hughes. Well, we can sit there with calculators till we're blue in the face. We really don't know what's going to happen so near the end of the race. Well, look at Johansson, very nearly taking Smets off the bike. Nicoll definitely took advantage of that and has moved up. I think maybe, no, he's not managed to get past either of them. But all that action is allowing Hughes to close on Smets. There's Beira, the German, leading the race. The first of the 250s is the second in the shape of the American Emig. First of the 500 is Smets. And Hughes is definitely closing on the Belgium. And Cooper having a good ride. The one on that 500 Honda, totally unaccustomed to the big bike. 46, Darrell King, the New Zealander. Here comes Beira. First in the race, first of the 250s. Second in the race, second of the 250s, the American, Jeff Emig. First of the 500s, Joel Smets. Then it's Nicoll, and between Nicoll and Smets, behind that group, it's Hughes. There's Johansson and Cooper. 17 went through there with him. Pedro Tractor, been a good day for him. Here comes Emig. Then Smets. Then Nicoll. Now where is Hughes? Well, with what Nicoll said in the interview, I wonder whether he's going to actually let Hughes go past him. 17 Pedro Tractor riding for the Netherlands. Demarier there, number 8, riding for France. And Demarier on the 250. There's Smets, there's Nicoll, there's Hughes. This is where the championship battle lies. There's Johansson on the big 4-stroke. Then Cooper, then Tractor. Demarier for France. As the rest of the teams come through, and we've lost Beira. The American Emig has gone into the lead of the race, the lead of the 250s. Smets still leads the 500s. Then it's Nicoll and Ryan Hughes, the American, in second in the 500 category. Well, if you sit down with your pens and paper or calculator or whatever your fingers, you can work it out that Hughes has got to pass Smets for the Americans to win the Des Nations trophy by means of the better last race result. Well, Nicoll is in there, helping to keep the Belgians out there in front at the moment. Whether or not Nicoll will favour the Belgians to win against the Americans or whatever, we'll have to wait and see. So it is Emig that's leading. Smets first in the 500 class. Then Kurt Nicoll. I'm sure Nicoll would like to pass Smets. Then it's Hughes, the American. Then Johansson for Sweden. It really is starting to close up a little. And Paul Cooper having a tremendous ride for Great Britain. Demarier goes through once again, being chased by one of the slightly slower riders, but out front it's the American Jeff Emig. Certainly didn't enjoy that last year when he was on a 1.25, but making up for this year. Smets will no doubt have received his pit signals, and so will have Brian Hughes. He will know the position by now. He knows he's got to get past Smets. There's Johansson for Sweden. They've had a good donations. Cooper going through yet again with Demarier closing in on him. Then 17, once again, Pedro Tractor. Down the hill comes Jeff Emig. Smets there still behind him. We're all waiting to see if the sparks just might fly. The Brit Kurt Nicoll keeping Hughes at bay at the moment. Piddy Johansson, unaware of what's going on in front of him, of course, but he'll be aware that Paul Cooper is not far behind him, and Cooper knows that Demarier is there, and so is Tractor. So the battles for the lower placings are still raging royale. Smets, Nicoll, Hughes, 500 Kawasaki against the 250 HRC Honda. Husqvarna of Johansson, the Honda of the British rider Paul Cooper. Then it's the Yamaha of Demarier and the Suzuki of Tractor. And he's looking across at his board. And Emig, I think, is being given orders maybe to slow Smets down a bit to give Hughes a chance to catch. And you can see, oh, Nicoll, and Nicoll got it all sideways over the jump. And Hughes ran into him. Well, effectively, I think you can say that's just about blown it for the Americans. Kurt Nicoll got the bike sideways over the jump. That wouldn't have been deliberate. The back end kicked out. And Hughes just ran straight into him. So any thoughts for Emig of slowing down? Here we see it again. You watch Nicoll as he lands. The bike lands. You can see him go sideways. The back wheel kicks off the top of the jump. The bike goes sideways, and Hughes is in midair and has got nowhere to go. He tries to go right. Nicoll's bike swerves to the right. That's it. Well, at that point, I think the Americans just lost the Des Nations Cup for the second year running. Down the hill comes Smets, still chasing the American 250 rider, Jeff Emig. But Smets has got this. Here comes Hughes. Ryan Hughes must know that there is no way he's going to do it now. Johansson coming through. There's Nicoll. He looks over his shoulder. He's got Demarier behind him. Then it's Pedro Tractor. Then it's the 500 then of Paul Cooper. Well, the 30,000 strong crowd here, absolutely delighted with the action. This Motocross Des Nations always brings in a big crowd. Ryan Hughes, number 4. The burden laying on his shoulders to win the cup back for America. But it's all gone wrong for the Americans. Kurt Nicoll's crash bringing down Hughes, and I don't think Hughesy in no way is going to catch Smets now. It looks very much like Belgium have won their first Des Nations trophy since about 1980, when they won it in Great Britain at Farley Castle. And I believe the Des Nations comes back to Great Britain in 1997. There's Hughes, the American. You've got Johansson now behind him. Nicoll beginning to get back on the gas after that crash. Demarier shadowing those three. Cooper, he's had a brilliant ride on a 500. Unused to the power of the big bike. But have a last minute work on the machine for him. Here comes the American then, Jeff Emig, to win. He puts his hands up to his team and says, well, what can I do? Smets comes in. Belgium have won the Motocross Des Nations for 1995. As we said, the first time since around 1980. Joel Smets it is then. Stefan Everts also for Belgium. what can you say for those? And Marnik, Everts, they did it for Belgium.
Stefan, what was you thinking in the last 2 laps?
Oh man, I was so nervous. Hughes was coming so close, and Emig, he started to slow down, but it was up to Joel, and I'm so happy he did it.
It's harder to watch than to race?
I was so nervous, same nervous as I have to race, especially this race. Fabulous.
The perfect end to the year for you?
Yeah, it's my second title, and very good.
Congratulations to you and the team.
Thanks to the team.
Yeah, the first start it was false. Yeah, I missed the start because my gate didn't drop. So then, of course, I was a little bit nervous. But I took a pretty good start, and my race was going perfect. But the final 3-4 laps, the American team was really, like I should call, a little bit unfair, because
Emig was slowing?
Emig was really slowing, and in the corners he was really tried to break me out. So that was not very fair, and I'm happy for us that the American team crashed, so and not we.
Well, congratulations to Belgium from everybody in Europe. Today was pretty incredible. With so little time on the 500, you must be very proud and satisfied with your performance.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I wish I could have won the last moto. I think I would have if I didn't get taken out. But that's the way things go. I've only ridden that 500 once in the last 2 weeks, and almost beat the world champion. I think that's pretty good. I think a lot of people I heard were saying that I can't ride, and Smets was just going to smoke me and make me look stupid. Well, I think I kind of made him look a little dumb, catching him and not having that much time. They both, he rode good this weekend, and the Belgian team rode really good. They deserve the win because they won. But we'll be back next year, and I think we'll be strong again. We're strong every year, so it just comes down to the luck and which way the motos go.
Are you surprised at some of the speed of the Euros, particularly Tortelli? Have you a chance to watch him today?
Yeah, he rode really good, but I don't know if he could go that fast every race. Yeah, some people have a day in their lives that just click and they just go faster than hell. And I think today was one of his days. He's definitely a good rider, but we'll see how he does next year in the GPs and next year at the Des Nations.
And you're looking forward to coming back? I mean, despite not winning, have you enjoyed your trip to Slovakia?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is always experience. When I get 30 and retire or whatever, I want to look back and go, hey, I did this, 4 or 5 years or whatever, how many years they want me to come. And it's always something to look back on, and it's always been one of my dreams to come here. They asked me to ride the 500. I was a little, skeptical about coming, but I was like, hey, this has always been my dream, and it might be the last time I'd get a chance to come over here. But I think I proved a lot of people wrong, what they said, and I made a lot of people happy too.
For sure, we've enjoyed your performance today on the 500. You really lit up that class, and congratulations. Despite not winning, we feel that you played a big part.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for covering the race.
Thank you. Not on the winning team today, but did you enjoy your racing?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I was just happy to be over here doing this. I mean, for myself and Ryan Hughes, I mean, it's our first year ever doing anything like this, so it's a big accomplishment for me. And I wish we had came out here #1, but #2 is not so bad. I think everyone expects us to win every year, but the European guys are getting a little faster on the outdoor stuff, and I mean, we gave 100%. So.
But Belgium is a very strong team with 2 world champions and a vice champion, so
yeah,
maybe they would have been difficult to beat.
Yeah, I figured before coming here. I mean, when I seen the list who they had on the team, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. It's going to be tough, So.
And Tortelli really is the surprise package of the European season, finishing 3rd at 16 years old, and now just turned 17. So we knew he had the speed.
Yeah, he rode really good. I mean, I heard that he was going to be fast, and I knew Everts would be really fast. So we the 3 of us were kind of away from everyone else. Pretty much our speed was a lot faster. But Tortelli rode really, really well. I was surprised.
Jeff Emig won the class. You couldn't do any more. 1st and a 2nd, excellent result for you, but not quite good enough to win the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, we ended up 2nd. I mean, we were very, very close. I mean, I still could have done better. 1 place better. But but I tried my hardest, and I'm sure that the other guys on the team did too. I mean, it was a whole group effort, including, the girlfriends and the moms, the sisters, the fathers, the mechanics. I mean, everybody.
But Pitt Boyer's performance in the first race, he can do this occasionally, clear up and
Yeah, well, he hauled that second race too.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a pretty good lead on me, and you know, but unfortunately, sometimes, you know, when you're going that fast, you know, maybe you're riding a little bit over your head, you know, and when I seen him down the back, I was like, well, you know, well, that's good.
Well, this is Pitt, you know, he can win or he can crash.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I guess that there's riders like that everywhere. You know, we have a few of those in the States, and we call them, what do we call them? Screwballs? Loose cannons. There we go. Maybe it's a loose cannon.
Nevertheless, winning a second, winner of the 250 category. Congratulations,
Yeah,
and thanks again for coming to Europe, because we do enjoy this race.
Yeah, well, thank you. I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know me, I'll be back.
Thanks very much. Second race, seen you crash on the first corner. What did you think?
Well, I was really, really pissed off, you know, because I didn't crash by myself. It was somebody that crashed in front of me.
Yeah, came across you.
And I feel really, really mad, you know, and I took my bike and I went after those guys, and I did my own race. I came 8th place, I think. But I knew that Joel was winning that race, so that was the most important thing, that some of he or I should beat the Americans.
Well, you're looking at the best of the best. Two world champions there, Joel Smets and Stefan Everts, and a vice world champion in the shape of Nicoll Everts. These are the best of the best, and they have taken the world's greatest title. Motocross Des Nations winners in 1995. It's Belgium. Great Britain finished 4th. France was 3rd. The USA came home 2nd once again for the 2nd year in succession.